Shalom, all praise to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Kadash, double honor to the apostles and elders, of great most and real world, and Shalom to the brothers who know like certain truth. You got this article on the Yahoo Finance, based on the Telegraph. It says what Sunak to extend rates relief and furlough. So for I think the third time, you get an extension of the furlough scheme, and at this point, it's gonna be like almost a year of just people being paid not to work. So it's delaying that financial devastation that's waiting to come, and as well it's building that that reliance on the state, because it's something interesting. It says Rishi Sunak is set to extend two crucial lifelines to companies battered by ongoing C restrictions by keeping the furlough scheme going in until the summer and prolonging business rates holidays for the retail, hospitality and leisure sectors. In next month's budget, the Chancellor is expected to announce the continuation of business rates relief beyond the end of March, when it was due to expire. He will also keep subsidising employers' wages in an attempt to prevent a surge in joblessness while the UK races to vaccinate its population. So yeah, it's basically being linked to the vaccine, linked to the jab. So then that makes you think down the line they could say, okay, for you to be able to continue to receive your aid, you're gonna need you're gonna have to get to continue to get further. So it's interesting, because they could say okay, look, well, you're not going to be eligible for the furlough scheme if you don't get a jab. So yeah, interesting, but it's leading towards that mandatory mark, that implantable microchip, man. Says what the news will be cheered by businesses across the country struggling with the impact of the C lockdown, but complicates Treasury attempts to balance the public finances. I don't even know how that shit is meant to even be balanced. You had extended as fuck period of time of just a bunch of people not working, and a bunch of money being paid out to a bunch of money being paid out to pretty much everyone in the country that ain't working. Just millions just being dashed out every month. It's kind of wild. It follows a pledge by the Scottish Government to keep similar business rates relief in place for another year. The Financial Times first reported the plans. It also said that the furlough scheme will be kept in place until the summer before being phased out. A Treasury spokesman declined to comment. Mr. Sunak is trying to juggle the twin demand of supporting the economy while controlling vast government spending driven by C. The Daily Telegraph revealed last week that Mr. Sunak, who will deliver his budget on March 3rd, is considering freezing personal income tax allowances. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's hella cash. In a move that could bring in £6 billion by 2024. Man, I'm looking to do that for time. But yeah, it's 2024, 25. Ain't even looking to that. This guy's looking to get the shittings, Quick in that, Treasury sources have stressed that Mr. Sunak is focused primarily on jobs, amid projections the surge in UK unemployment triggered by repeated lockdowns will not peak until next year. Well, yes, it's been delayed, man. It's been off put by the what do you call it, by the furlough, because like even like he said what retail, hospitality, and what was it? It was retail, hospitality, and leisure. Those things. Once like if people ain't getting furlough money, they ain't got no money for no retail. They ain't got money to go shopping. They ain't got money to be going out to restaurants to spend money to be getting takeaway, and they ain't going on no holidays. They ain't going down to Bournemouth because they're gonna be broke as hell on that universal credit, eating tins of beans, man, and pot noodle. Okay, so it says the Treasury is also understood to be considering hiking corporation tax, with Britain's rate below other G7 nations and capital gains tax. So yeah, all them taxes, look forward to it. So that's even people that do get jobs, they're going to be getting taxed all the way, into above and around the sun, man. Man, they're going to be taxing their ass off. So it's there's as far as for people to recover, the people that have been getting annihilated by these lockdowns, there's no salvation, man. Mr. Sunak is okay, wait. There are early signs of a Commons rebellion brewing on the Tory backbenches over the possibility of tax rises next month. David Davis, the Tory MP and former Brexit secretary, has threatened to vote down the budget if it increases the overall tax burden. Mr. Sunak is expected to leave the more significant tax rises he is considering in his next fiscal statement. To his next major fiscal statement in November, when the economy may be in better shape if there are no further lockdowns. The budget is coming tightly linked to Boris Johnson's plans for reopening the country by easing C-19 restrictions to be revealed in a roadmap next week. The FT also said that the report on a wider review of business rates has been delayed until later this year. So it's a lot of stuff's being pushed back. So they're essentially trying to make it like a honeymoon kind of summer where you still not felt that full brute force. Because he said what they're expecting what did it say? Yeah, they said so, which is due to expire. Okay, yeah, they said they attempt to prevent a surge in joblessness while the UK races to vaccinate. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So it says amid projections, the surge in UK unemployment triggered by repeated C-19 lockdowns will not peak until next year. The surge in UK, yeah. So essentially, it's like the worst is yet to come. That's why it's people were all kinds of fucked up. People were losing jobs. People's businesses were tanking. People lost all kinds of money. People were just barely scraping by in 2020. 2021, it's not going to get better. If we even make it to 2022, it will be worse. This thing is done, man. It's in that time of judgment, man. The Lord's taking care of business, man. He's basically preparing this place for the arrival of his son, man, to come and make hostile takeover by way of of the chariots of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which are referred to as UFOs. That's what's getting ready to come. So people like people out here are what's the term? Are dreaming of of what they loved about Babylon, man, coming back. Um. Okay. Let me. Psalms 49. Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Yeah, so the Esau's thinking his house is this kingdom, his rulership is gonna continue forever. This guy is utilizing plans. This guy is pushing things back, thinking shit's just gonna move how he wants it to move, man. And even just on the peon level, these guys aren't looking for this place to fall. The only people looking for this place to fall are the prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We're the ones out here pushing the vibration of America coming to an end, and yeah, the prophets. You got guys that know they're Israelites that ain't looking for this place to fall. But this is a thing. Hey, this place is toast, man. And okay. So Revelation 18. And 11, it says, "And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones, and of pearls and fine linen, and purple and silk and scarlet, and all thyine wood, and all manner vessels of ivory, and all manner vessels of most precious wood, and of brass and iron and marble." This is what people love about America, the whole American system, even the UK, which is that financial head in Esau's kingdom and Esau's beast system. It's that financial head, man. That's why even all throughout these lockdowns, these big companies, these big banking companies, big conglomerates, they've still been doing deals. They've still been making all kinds of money. They've been making the fattest profits, man. They're still enjoying it, man. They're maximizing what is desired from Babylon, man. They're basically milking it, man, and that's what these guys love. That's what they want continued and sustained. This is why they're gonna be crying, man, because all that capability to make money, all that capability to live that lifestyle, the utilization of that capitalistic system allows them. That's what they love, man. That's what they desire to continue. But okay. And cinnamon odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. Yeah, these, souls of men are up for sale like here, man. You can get people all kinds of messed up, man. All kind of willing to do all kinds of vile acts, for money, for fame. Men are for sale out here, man. People are in captivity, man, in bondage. That's it's and these are the things that why people want this place to continue, man. Straight wickedness, man. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all the things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt no more and find them no more. Oh yeah, all them dainty goodly things, all these variety of different fine foods, fine dining, that high cuisine, all these things that people lust after, going on pleasure cruises. These are all the things that people desire from this system, man. It's what they love. It's what they're enjoying. But what all that's gonna be done. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. All these guys make it. They're making that good money. It's gonna be weeping and wailing, man, gnashing their teeth, like no, tears in their eyes, man. It's like, it can be. And they're gonna be distraught, man, and saying, "Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen, and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all company in the ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood far off." You can have boats in the ocean, watching the missiles collide, travel through the atmosphere and make impact on America, man. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, "What city is like unto this great city?" Yeah, everyone's completely ensorcelled, man, enraptured. Their brains have been clocked in to this beast system, man. To that whore. Everyone's there just like looking at the fine, the way America's arrayed, the way it's marketed, the way it appears, how they present themselves. They're thinking, no, how could it be? It's so great. But they don't realize it's just a whore, man. Even John marveled. But what? It's being revealed. And it's gonna be revealed completely, man. Esau's gonna be regressed back to his true state, man. Right now he's a tin man, a hollow man, in a suit. But it's the suit's gonna be burned off by nuclear fire, and chains are gonna get slapped on, man. But yeah, yeah. I can finish. Okay. Verse 19. And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, "Alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is..." Yeah, I was watching, they said they were made rich, anyone who's got a ship. I was watching a YouTube video that was kind of talking about how recycling was a con. And he basically went into like how people, like, they were selling shiploads of like recyclable plastics and all this kind of shit. And they were just ship. I'm like, imagine waste was something that you could ship from the US to China, which is where they were doing it originally. That's where they were making the most profit. They were shipping from the US to China, and then recycling all that shit and making money off it. So it's like, even something like waste, this is how much everything is monetized and how much capability there is to make money, man. Someone can shit in a bag, and that can become a product, something that someone will use to utilize to make money off something, man. But that's the mindset everyone's in, man. Everyone, the merchants, all these guys are making that cash money. They're like, yo, anything is an opportunity. For in 1 hour she made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai have avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, "Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more." Ooh. Yeah, with violence, that's how it's gonna go down, man. Them nuclear missiles are gonna dust off, America, and it's gonna cease to be, man. It's gonna be forgotten. No one's gonna be, there's gonna be a mourning for it. All these guys are gonna be like, no, but then the King of Heaven's gonna begin, and all that's gonna just be washed away, man. Be completely forgotten, man. Culminating in Esau being removed from existence, man. that line ceasing to be. But okay, I'll leave it there. Shalom. Yabashim Yashab Bashim Rakal Kabash Bakata. Shalom.